If you were to tell me 5 years ago that I would have the life that I have today, I wouldn't have believed you. I was in the U.S. Army, stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado, and I was deployed in 2007 to 2008 in Eldor, Iraq. 15 months. I was in Iraq for 15 months. I was young, I was a 19-year-old kid. A lot of confusion and the things that you have to do and the things you experience in a combat setting are tough to deal with, especially when you get back home. I had no real tools or ability to deal with a lot of the emotion and pain that I was feeling when I got home. A lot of the events that happened there kind of started to sink in. I was back amongst normal people, normal life, and I had no real outlet to deal with what happened while I was there. I didn't feel like I could talk to anybody. I didn't feel like anybody would understand. I felt like it was that I would seem weak. So my way of coping, the only way that I knew how to cope at 20, 21 years old was to escape. And I chose to do that through drugs and alcohol. And for a time it worked. It got me by for a time until it didn't.
You guys are his folks, or? Okay, yeah.
What can we do for you guys tonight, Mr. Crawford?
The PTSD can't be healed until your brain's healed. And nobody's healing your brain.
I found myself in kind of there was a revolving door of treatment and jail for me. Within a couple of years of fighting for my country, feeling like I was serving the ultimate purpose, I find myself behind bars. My freedom taken away. I went from fighting for freedom to having mine taken away. I had lost my purpose in life. I had lost all hope. I didn't feel like there was going to be, I didn't feel like I had a life ahead of me that was worth really living. To be honest with you, by the time I found myself in jail behind bars, I felt so little about who I was as a person by that point that I felt like that's where I deserved to be. Homefront military, I would have no idea what homefront military was. My mom, out of fear, was looking for anybody to help me. She got a hold of this nonprofit. They sent some people into the jail where I was incarcerated to talk to me. I feel like that was the first time that I felt some glimmer of hope in my situation. At the time, I was looking at many years in prison, and I thought that was my fate. A man by the name of Leo Martinez walked through the cell block door and basically explained to me that we were going to fight for me to have another chance. At a time that I felt so alone, they told me that they were going to fight for me like my battle buddies did when I was in the military. They made me feel like I was one of theirs. They explained to me that my service was worth something, that I was worth something. He had gotten a hold of my judge, wrote some letters, and basically vouched for me. And instead of sending me to prison, the judge gave me an opportunity. My mother and Leo found a place called Warrior's Heart, a PTSD and substance abuse treatment center down in Texas, a place that was going to heal me instead of punish me, that was going to bring me back to life and teach me how to live life dealing with this new normal. If it wasn't for this network, I don't know where I would be today. It's my belief that I wouldn't be here at all. If I did happen to survive what I was putting myself through, I for sure would be in jail or some sort of institution. I know for a fact that's where the road that I was on would lead. There's a lot of guys going through what I've went through, and it can be disheartening because it's a long road of trying over and over again, and a lot of guys that don't make it. But I think it's worth the one. In combat, if my buddy gets wounded, if the wound seems fatal, I don't leave him on the battlefield. We help him off and we treat him like we can save his life. And there's a lot of guys going through what I've been through who don't maybe seem worth saving or seem too far gone. That was me. I was the guy that seemed too far gone and had tried and failed many times. But this last time that this network gave me a shot, this last time that these people came and gave me an opportunity was the time that saved my life and the time that I changed. There was something in each and every one of us that made us sign on that dotted line and volunteer to go fight for our country. You know, so I think it's worth the one. You know, I've been sober for going on 4 years now. I'm an active member of AA. I also found my faith. I believe in something bigger than me. I believe in God, and that's something that helps me every day. Because of that, amazing things have happened. You know, I met my wife. We have children. I bought a house. I have a good job. I'm starting my own business. I am now able to help other guys. I'm now able to tell my story. The fact that I've come out the other side is just proof that there's hope. There's always hope. You know, I just want to say thank you from Leo Martinez when I was in jail, to Judge Chisholm, who gave me another chance, to the Kings, everybody that was involved in giving me another opportunity when I felt no hope. I just want to say thank you. And I also want to say that it's just so important that these resources remain in place. It's absolutely critical to always give these guys and girls another chance. You know, they might not make it this time, they might not make it next time, but if they feel the outpouring of love and support that I felt, the next time might be the time that they make it. So I guess at the end of the day, all I can say is thank you.